Florida State wins 4-3 your final score. Stephen Wells, his 7th home run of the season, and Joe O'Donnell, a victim of the Seminoles yet again. My goodness. Florida State with the win. The Noles now 38-16, 15-12 in the ACC, as the Wolfpack fall to 39-13, 18-10 in the Atlantic Coast Conference. I just got done telling you about Joe O'Donnell's struggles against Florida State. He faces one batter, gives up the game-winning walk-off home run, and the Noles win the ball game. We will go ahead and step aside. We'll have the post-game show presented by Proof Brewing Company coming up next here on the Seminole IMG Sports Network. The Florida State Seminoles, a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 11th from Stephen Wells to take game one of the series against the NC State Wolfpack as we begin the post-game show presented by Proof Brewing Company. Proof Brewing Company supports Seminole baseball. Stop by before or after each game at the Proof Tap Room and Beer Garden in the heart of the Railroad Square Art Park, as the Seminoles do it off of Joe O'Donnell. As I was giving you the numbers that show his struggles against Florida State, Joe O'Donnell had given up 2 runs all season long before that walk-off home run by Stephen Wells, and the Seminoles continue to have Joe O'Donnell's number. And you just wonder at what point does Elliott Avent just quit putting the kid out there against Florida State, as O'Donnell now in 8 career appearances against Florida State has gone 6 1/3 innings and allowed 17 earned runs to the Florida State Seminoles. And again, they have added 3/4 of a run onto his career ERA, and that's a guy that's got over 180 innings pitched in his career, and that's just I've never seen anything like it. And that's where we stand now as Albert steps in here. Come on, Reese. Base hit this one and end it. Season high in hits for J.C. Flowers as Albert takes a cut at the first pitch and fouls it back to the wall behind home plate. Flowers had 2 hits in a ball game twice this year. Both came against, one of them came against UCF. Both were before that injury. Now the 0-1 to Albert. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. 1 out. Salvatore follows Albert. NC State outfield is playing very shallow. That's the ball game! It's out of here! Reese Albert walk-off home run! And the Noles win this one 6-3. Reese Albert, tonight's walk-off hero, as he gets mobbed at home plate. Line drive over the screen in right field, and the Seminoles win 6-3. The Noles win the series. They improve to 16-12 in the Atlantic Coast Conference, 39-16 overall, while NC State drops to 39-14, 18-11 in the ACC. We'll go ahead and step aside. We'll have the post-game show presented by Proof Brewing Company coming up next here on the Seminole IMG Sports Network. The Florida State Seminoles, their second straight extra inning walk-off home run. Last night it was Stephen Wells off of Joe O'Donnell. Tonight a 3-run shot by Reese Albert off of Johnny Piedmont. And Reese Albert ends the night with 5 runs driven in as the Noles win it 6-3 your final score, and you can still feel the excitement in the crowd here at Mike Martin Field at Dick Hauser Stadium. The Noles wrap up the series against the NC State Wolfpack and will come back tomorrow to play for a sweep to end the regular season. My goodness. Mendoza flew out to right field, then Stephen Wells drew a walk, J.C. Flowers singled, and then Reese Albert, a home run over the screen and right. It was a no-doubter right off the bat. You knew it immediately. For Reese Albert, his 7th home run of the season, and he now has 31 RBIs as the freshman out of Jupiter with the 5 RBI night. And those are 5 RBIs. That's going to be a season best for Reese Albert, the freshman.